I won't sugarcoat it. Matt and Amani Jlassi's Throuple story with Any Aguirre on 90 Day Fiancé is, in my opinion, one of the most ridiculous storylines the franchise has ever had. Matt and Amani from San Diego were introduced as a seemingly regular couple with a big secret. They were in a polyamorous relationship with Any, a stripper from Mexico. After dating her for a year, they planned to bring Any to the US on a K-1 visa and take their relationship to the next level. This would mean either Matt or Amani would have to marry Any after getting a divorce from each other. The plan seemed solid, but was it worth giving up a 10-year marriage for? At first, it looked like Matt and Amani were sure of it, but with each new episode, Amani seems to be rethinking Any as their third. She may have finally noticed how irritated Any looks around her, even when she calls Amani her honey, and it's starting to feel like Any is only putting up with Amani because she wants money. When Any told Amani she loved her more than him, it felt like a lie. It seemed like a tactic to calm Amani down, because if she didn't, Any risked losing both Amani and Matt. Amani started the throuple but wouldn't hesitate to end it if she sensed Any was hiding something. The show hinted that Any may be using a fake name, with her real name being Brenda, but I think the bigger secret is her true feelings for Matt. Any's words feel strategic, not sincere, and there's more to her story than she's letting on to. As far as I know, Any hasn't publicly shared her sexual orientation or whether she's dated women before. She introduced Matt to her family as her boyfriend, but Amani as a friend. It seems clear that Any wants Matt for herself. Amani trusts her completely, but I wouldn't be surprised if Any ends up only marrying Matt after the divorce, to secure the K-1 visa. In the end, Amani may be left with nothing but heartbreak and regret, watching Any thrive in a new life with the man who was once her husband. Any is playing both sides, despite saying she's in love with Amani and Matt. It could be Amani's fault that this throuple situation isn't working. I genuinely think Amani has become the third wheel in Any and Matt's story. I saw her jealousy once she found out her husband and girlfriend were sleeping together behind her back. She had a meltdown when she realized Any's family didn't even know she existed. To them, Matt was her only significant other. That moment made it clear that Amani might be the odd one out. Now that Amani knows she could lose her husband to Any, she seems to be on a mission to dig into Any's past. However, I don't think it's her business to meet Any's ex-boyfriend and question them about her. If she doubted Any that much, maybe she shouldn't have dated her in the first place. She doesn't know if Any is exclusively with her and Matt or is still seeing clients from her work as an exotic dancer. In the end, I don't think Any is scamming anyone. Amani is just upset Matt is falling for Any. However, I also suspect Amani, Matt, and Any are doing this for a storyline. Amani and Matt were previously on Netflix's How to Get Rich, so maybe they loved being on TV so much they thought they'd try something new on 90 Day Fiancé. Since Amani isn't originally from the US, involving Any in a throuple plot, something the show had never done before, was an easy way to grab attention. Creating a buzzworthy story like this would instantly make them the highlight of the season. With how things are going between them and Any on 90 Day Fiancé, I wouldn't be surprised if Amani and Matt cut ties with her once they leave Mexico. Since they've shown interest in a throuple marriage, they might find someone new to replace Any and pitch another season. It all seems a little too perfect. I can picture Any showing up at the Tell All to confirm their breakup. If this is just a storyline for fame, then Any might be the temporary third meant to boost their screen time and nothing more.